So my time with the Harbor Freight Airbrush Compressor is still not over. It still works without a flaw. There's no reason for me to upgrade it at this point. But I did feel like I needed to upgrade the regulator setup because the stock regulator really isn't much of a regulator. So this is what it comes with, and you simply regulate it by opening the drain hole at the bottom, and that allows it, so it basically leaks, and then that's how you regulate the air pressure by just simply partially opening this, and it just leaks out. So the compressor runs all the time. So it really needed a real regulator, and I went ahead and got this and set it up. This I got from TCP Global. I think it was $13 or $14 shipped from eBay, and it works really well. There's no doubt about it. There's still a couple issues with it, just so you know, if you decide to get this by itself. For some reason, the hose doesn't want to quite seal. This was actually the other end. This was the end that I usually put on the other air compressor, and it was so loose that it literally didn't do anything. So I had to turn the hose around, and it almost seals, but not quite. But the regulator itself works flawlessly. So right now, here's my Badger 105. And last night I set it to run 15 psi, and it's running at exactly 15 psi. Right where I set it. This is the knob here. You lift it up, and you can actually. There's very good control over the pressure. So it was almost a full turn for 5 psi. So that works out really well. You just snap it down to lock it, and then the internal pressure switch of the air compressor still runs to 60 psi, but you don't have a gauge for that, unfortunately. So when it turns off, it should be at 60 internally, but there's not a lot of course, there's no storage here, so it runs constantly. Only because this leaks still a little bit. If this didn't leak right here, it wouldn't be running like this. So I might have to get a new air hose to make up for the fact that this one doesn't fit on the fittings quite right. And I can't take the fittings off the old one because these are 1/4 inch MPT on here on the regulator. These are the same on both sides, so it just, fortunately, the fitting won't go into the new regulator. But this is a nice little upgrade for this compressor. It's really cheap, and it really adds a lot of control to it, and has a nice little easy pop-off valve for draining if there's any water actually in there. So, but just keep in mind, if you do get this, you're probably going to have to get a new air hose. So I'm going to start shuffling around for an air hose that will work on this properly. So this is a really quick update on the Harbor Freight Airbrush Compressor. Still going strong. Still have no issues with the airbrush itself. It's still going strong. I recently put it through a sonic cleaning, and it just runs like new. It's a great little workhorse airbrush. Most of the time I'm using my Badger 105 for now, simply because it's a little easier to use and a lot easier to clean than the other airbrushes because of the nozzle design. But I still use my Master Airbrush and the Harbor Freight Airbrush depending on what I'm doing. So that's about it. Any questions, go ahead and leave them below. But I think this is a worthy upgrade to the inexpensive compressor. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I just finished up my airbrushing session here after switching over to the new regulator, and I'm just straightening up some Storm Boys here. And I have to say the experience of having proper air regulation was pretty impressive, especially with the Patriot, which really benefits from precise low pressure air. The painting session was definitely noticeably more enjoyable and easy to do with the better air regulation than with the less precise leak out the air so the pressure stays low system that the air compressor came with. So it was definitely worth the $13.99 that I invested in that regulator. I'm incredibly happy with it. However, I did notice that one of the colors I use on my camo pattern here is dead. I kind of sort of used it anyway. it's all gritty and dried and just not very usable anymore. Unfortunately, it's one of the old Badger Model Flex colors, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to find something. I'm probably not going to be able to replace it, so I'm going to have to find something close for the next 5 Storm Boys and anything else I do in this particular color pattern with my Blood Axe Orcs. So Storm Boys now are at least airbrushed with their camo pattern, and so they will finish up very quickly. So overall, I would give the regulator a big thumbs up, especially over the setup the air compressor comes with. So that's going to be the final evaluation of that. Again, as I said, it's well worth the $14 upgrade if you do end up getting that Harbor Freight kit. Thanks for watching.